right, so today we're in section 7.6% applications. Real world applications for these, we've already kind of talked about this, but businesses have to mark up their products so they can make a profit and pay their overhead. And then we also find scenarios where we are purchasing products that are on sale. So how much money are we saving? What is our sale price? So in example 1, it says a street vendor buys bracelets from a manufacturer for $7 each. The vendor marks up the price by 150%. What is his retail price? All right, so the first step is to figure out how much money is his markup. So I take my original amount of $7 and I'm going to multiply that by the decimal version of my percentage, 1.5. That gives me the amount that he marked up the product. But is that what it asked me to solve for? No. What does it want to know? What's my retail price? So I take the amount of my markup and I add it back to my retail price, and that gives me my new price, okay, of $17.50. So the reason I added it, guys, is because it was a markup. Guess what you do if it's a discount? Subtract. Because if it's on sale, you pay less. That's why you subtract. All right, so same scenario, but now this vendor, his price is different and his markup is different. So go ahead and find his price for bracelets. So now I multiply 10 times 1, right? So what's his markup? Okay, $10. Is his markup more or less than his competitor's markup? The markup is less. However, his final product is more money. Why is it more money? Where is the extra cost coming in? How much did he pay for the product? He paid $10. So his manufacturer, whoever he's getting bracelets from, actually charges much more. So, you know, when you're looking, say these guys are next to each other in the market and they're both selling the bracelets. He's selling the same bracelet for $20 as the other guy's for $17.50. Who do you think you're going to buy from? $17.50, right? So his manufacturer is going to put him out of business. He needs to find a better company to produce his product, right? Okay, so there is definitely a business model here that we want to make sure that our cost for acquiring a product is competitive with other people. All right, so that's retail markup. Now what if I'm looking at discount? Everybody loves finding a good sale, right? I don't even know, what is an electronic organizer? What is that? I don't know. It's straight from the book. You buy one of these and it's on sale for 15% off, $25. What is the sale price? Well, your first step, good news, is the same as example 1. You're finding, okay, how much money is this percent, okay, of this original? So 0.15 times 25 gives me how much of a discount? $3.75. But is that my answer? No. What do I now do with that number? Why am I subtracting it? Because it's a sale. Since it's on sale, that'd be like the worst sale ever, right? If you actually paid more. Okay, so if it's truly on sale, you're going to pay less, which is why you subtract. All right. Okay, now let's talk about restaurants, sales tax, tips. Anybody ever eaten at a restaurant where you give a tip or your parents give a tip? All right, so even if our service is bad, we still need to give a tip to our waiters because that's how they earn their living, unless it's just like terrible. But I don't know if I've ever had that bad of an experience, right? We always leave some kind of tip. So the bill for our restaurant meal is $22. We leave a 15% tip. So how much, and our sales tax is 6%. So how much is the total cost of our food bill? Well, now we have to do this calculation twice. We've got to figure out how much is our tip and how much is the tax. All right, so how much is my tip? $3.30. Did y'all calculate this? How much was my tax? $1.32. So now they figured out how much my tip is, how much my tax is, and just make sure that you write your answer in dollar format. You add them all together, okay? So add them all together, and then you find your total amount for your food bill. Last example, probably, the most challenging or difficult example in this lesson is going to be, now we're backtracking to find the original amount. Okay, so now we know the final amount. The wholesale price, or the retail price is how much money? $35. Now they want to know, if it had a markup of $80, what was the wholesale price? What was its price in the beginning? So here's what we do. There's a general, almost a formula that we set up. And that's going to be our retail price. We're just going to abbreviate, okay? Our retail price equals the wholesale price multiplied by 100% plus whatever the percentage is that the problem gives us. Okay? So what percentage does the problem give us? 80%. Okay? So what's 100 plus 80%? Now, wait a second. Why am I adding 80%? Why do you think? No. Because it's a markup. Because it's a markup. If it was a discount, you would be subtracting it. Because it's a markup, I add it. So 100 plus 80 is what? 180. What was my retail price? 35 equals, I don't know my wholesale price, so maybe I'll use W for my variable, times 180%. Well, anytime I multiply a percentage, what do I have to change it to? Decimal. So 35 equals 1.8p. What do I divide both sides by? 1.8. I'm sorry, why did I say P? W. Sorry. W, 1.8 W. It really doesn't matter, but we stay consistent. 1.8 W. And W equals how much? Yes, we just round it to the nearest penny. $19.44. And that makes sense, right? The company paid $19.44 and they sold it for $35. Okay, so that's how I find retail price. So this general setup, guys, is your general setup for all of the problems that you're going to see. But now let's look at, what if it's a discount, okay? Do y'all care if I do one of your homework problems with you? Is that okay? All right, so number 21 on your homework. Let's see if I can find the problem. Okay, look on your homework, number 21. If you've already done it, then maybe you should check this problem, make sure you did it right. What is my sale price or my final price? What's my final price? What's my final price, guys? On number 21, we're on page 360. Okay, so your final price, whether it's retail or your sale price, your final price goes on one side of the equation. What's your final price on number 21? $150 equals, now I take 100%, and do I add or subtract 25%? Why am I subtracting? Because it's a discount. I subtract 25%, and I multiply that by the original. I just use W again. I don't care what variable you use. All right, so what's 100% minus 25%? 75%, what is that as a decimal? 150 equals 0.75 W. Divide both sides by 0.75, and then you get your original price before it got marked on sale and before you paid $150. That's how much it was originally. All right, so that's your general format, your general setup. If you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 7.6.